What if the drink you depend on every single morning could either speed up aging or secretly reverse it? Coffee isn't just a caffeine kick. It's the most consumed drink in the world after water, fueling a global industry worth over $100 billion. But behind the glossy ads and corporate profits lies a truth most people will never hear. That same cup of coffee could either drain your strength or rebuild it. By the time you turn 60, your muscles are already disappearing at a frightening pace, up to 8% every decade. That's what leads to weakness, falls, and losing the independence you once took for granted. But here's the shocking part. Hidden in dusty research studies are clues showing that when coffee is paired with the right natural ingredients, it transforms from a simple beverage into one of the most powerful anti-aging tools on the planet. We're talking about slashing inflammation, rebuilding lost muscle fibers, melting stubborn fat, and even protecting your brain and arteries. But of course, big food and big pharma don't want you to know this, because there's no trillion-dollar profit in cinnamon, chia, or turmeric. In this video, we're counting down 8 surprising additions you can stir into your morning coffee to rebuild muscle and strength after 60. So stay with me until the end, because the last addition on this list might be the most powerful anti-aging weapon you've never heard of. Now, let's start with number 8, the everyday spice that secretly stabilizes blood sugar and protects your muscles from wasting away. Number 8, cinnamon. Cinnamon might look like nothing more than a sweet spice for desserts, but when it meets your morning coffee, it becomes a muscle-protecting powerhouse. The secret? Cinnamon stabilizes blood sugar, improves circulation, and crushes inflammation, all key factors in keeping muscles strong after 60. Most people don't realize that unstable blood sugar is one of the hidden enemies of muscle. Every time your glucose spikes and then crashes, your muscles are starved of energy. Over time, this weakens your legs, accelerates muscle loss, and leaves you drained. But cinnamon changes that. It smooths out those dangerous swings, keeping energy steady and your muscles fueled. Take John, for example. At 68, he thought his constant afternoon slumps and heavy legs were just part of getting older. His wife read about adding cinnamon to his coffee in a health magazine and begged him to try it. At first, he laughed it off. Spice in my coffee? No thanks. But after finally giving in, something surprising happened. Within weeks, he wasn't nodding off after lunch anymore. Climbing stairs didn't feel like dragging cinder blocks. Even his doctor was shocked. His fasting glucose dropped by nearly 20 points. The only change? A teaspoon of cinnamon in his morning coffee. And here's the best part. Adding cinnamon couldn't be easier. Just half a teaspoon stirred into your hot coffee is enough to unlock its benefits. If you want the strongest effect, use Ceylon cinnamon, sometimes called true cinnamon. It has lower levels of coumarin, a compound that can be harmful in large amounts, making it safer for daily use. Unlike sugar, cinnamon won't spike insulin. Unlike creamers, it won't add empty calories. Instead, it transforms ordinary coffee into a metabolic weapon against aging. Cinnamon proves one powerful truth. Sometimes the smallest tweaks deliver the biggest results. But while cinnamon protects your muscles from energy crashes, the next addition works on a completely different level, boosting circulation, oxygen delivery, and recovery from the inside out. Number 7, cocoa powder, unsweetened. Cocoa isn't just for hot chocolate. When you stir unsweetened cocoa powder into your morning coffee, it becomes a hidden superfood that strengthens muscles, protects arteries, and even speeds recovery. The secret lies in flavanols, plant compounds proven to boost circulation, fight inflammation, and deliver more oxygen straight to your muscles. Why does this matter so much after 60? Because poor circulation slowly starves muscles of the nutrients they need. That's why legs feel heavy, walks get slower, and strength fades. Even when you're trying to stay active, cocoa flips that script, turning every sip of coffee into a delivery system for muscle recovery. Take Evelyn, 72. She adored her morning coffee, but hated how sluggish her legs felt. She often joked to her daughter, "I walk like I'm dragging sandbags." Her grandson, a fitness fanatic, suggested she add just 1 spoonful of unsweetened cocoa powder to her daily brew. At first, she wrinkled her nose.
Coffee and cocoa sounded like an odd couple, but within weeks, her walks felt lighter, her stamina improved, and her afternoon fatigue nearly vanished. Even better, her doctor noticed her blood pressure had dropped. One tiny tweak gave her results she thought were impossible at her age. The trick is to use unsweetened natural cocoa powder, not the sugar-loaded mixes used in instant hot chocolate. Just a teaspoon is enough to add a rich, chocolatey flavor and a powerful dose of flavonols. Combined with caffeine, it creates a 1-2 punch, more energy and better blood flow to every muscle fiber. Cocoa proves something most people forget. Muscle strength isn't only about protein, it's about circulation too. And while cocoa unlocks oxygen flow and nutrient delivery, the next edition takes it even further by transforming coffee into steady, long-lasting fuel that powers both your muscles and your brain.
Number 6. Coconut oil or MCT oil. When most people think of coffee, they picture a quick jolt of energy followed by a crash. But in parts of Asia, elders have been transforming coffee into long-lasting fuel for decades by stirring in coconut oil or purified MCT oil. And for anyone over 60, this isn't just about energy. It's about protecting muscles, sharpening the brain, and even burning fat. Here's why it works. Unlike regular fats that get stored on your waistline, MCTs, medium-chain triglycerides, are rapidly converted into ketones, a clean, steady energy source for both muscle and brain cells. That matters because as we age, our cells become less efficient at using glucose. This is why weakness, fatigue, and brain fog creep in, but MCTs bypass that problem, feeding your body instant fuel without the crash. Take Harold, 69. He loved his morning coffee, but always hit a wall by 11 a.m. Shaky hands, brain fog, and constant snacking just to stay awake. His son introduced him to bulletproof coffee, coffee blended with a teaspoon of MCT oil. At first, Harold protested, "I don't want greasy coffee," but he gave it a try. Within days, his morning crashes disappeared. His energy lasted until lunch. Within 2 months, he had shed 7 pounds around his waist and felt lighter on his evening walks. His doctor even remarked, "You've stabilized your energy system without changing your diet." The best part? It's simple. Start with just a teaspoon of coconut oil or MCT oil stirred into hot coffee. Blended if you prefer a creamy texture. Over time, this small daily habit trains your body to burn fat more efficiently, keeps your muscles powered, and even sharpens focus. Coconut oil proves a powerful truth. Your muscles aren't just fueled by sugar. With the right fats, they thrive. And while MCT oil fuels both body and brain, the next edition rebuilds the very fibers of muscle tissue that time has been breaking down for decades. Number 5. Milk or soy milk. For decades, coffee was seen as nothing more than a caffeine kick. But in Japan, many elders add a splash of milk or soy milk, not just for taste, but for strength. That small change transforms a simple cup into a muscle-rebuilding protein boost, something every body over 60 desperately needs. Here's the truth. After 60, your body requires far more protein to trigger muscle protein synthesis, the process that builds new fibers and prevents age-related decline. Without enough protein, even an active lifestyle won't stop the slow slide into weakness. Milk delivers complete protein, rich in leucine, the amino acid that flips the muscle growth switch. Soy milk, meanwhile, offers a plant-based option with added isoflavones that support bones and heart health. Take Dolores, 72. She'd been proud of drinking her coffee black for years, thinking she was avoiding empty calories. But her daughter, a nurse, noticed Dolores struggling with grocery bags and losing strength. She suggested a splash of soy milk in her daily brew. Dolores shrugged it off, until she finally tried it. Within months, she felt stronger climbing stairs, carrying bags no longer left her winded, and her doctor even noted a slight improvement in bone density, something rarely seen in her age. The beauty of this tweak? Effortless. Just half a cup of milk or soy milk adds 4 to 6 grams of protein, enough to give your muscles the raw materials they need first thing in the morning. And for anyone lactose intolerant, lactose-free or fortified soy milk works just as well. Unlike sugary creamers, this addition doesn't just add flavor, it strengthens your body from the inside out. Milk or soy milk proves a crucial point. You don't need expensive powders or complicated diets to rebuild strength. Sometimes the simplest additions carry the biggest impact.
And while milk rebuilds protein and bone power, the next edition dives deeper, repairing joints, tendons, and muscles at the cellular level, turning your morning coffee into real medicine. Number 4. Collagen powder. Most people think of collagen as just a beauty supplement for smoother skin. But the truth is, collagen is the glue that holds your entire body together, your muscles, tendons, ligaments, and bones. And after 60, your natural collagen production nosedives by about 1% every year. That's why joints crack, recovery slows, and even light exercise leaves you aching. Adding collagen powder to your morning coffee isn't vanity. It's one of the smartest ways to keep your muscles and joints strong. Coffee already boosts circulation and metabolism. Pair it with collagen, and you've got the perfect delivery system: energy plus the raw materials your body needs to rebuild. Take Robert, 70. He loved gardening but dreaded the aches that followed. Even pulling weeds left his knees throbbing. A neighbor told him about collagen coffee, but he dismissed it as a fad. Eventually, he gave it a shot. Within 2 months, Robert noticed something incredible. His knees weren't screaming after yard work. He could bend down more easily, and he even played catch with his grandson without pain. A single scoop of collagen powder delivers around 10 grams of protein with no taste, no smell, and it dissolves seamlessly into coffee. That's critical because older adults need nearly double the protein of younger people just to spark muscle repair. Collagen also fortifies bones, reducing fracture risk, a lifesaver when weaker muscles already make falls more likely. Collagen proves a crucial truth. Rebuilding strength isn't only about lifting weights or eating more chicken. It's about giving your body the raw materials it desperately lacks after 60. And while collagen repairs the structure of your muscles and joints, the next edition takes things further, flipping the very switch that tells your muscles to grow.
Number 3. Whey protein, unflavored powder. By the time you hit 60, something sneaky happens inside your body. Your muscles stop responding to small amounts of protein the way they used to. Scientists call it anabolic resistance. The protein that once kept you strong in your 30s barely makes a dent now. The result, even if you think you're eating enough, muscle quietly melts away. But there's a way to fight back. Adding whey protein to your morning coffee doesn't just top up your protein intake, it delivers leucine, the amino acid that acts like a light switch for muscle growth. Without leucine, your muscles never get the signal to build. With it, they can fight back against decline. The science is clear. One study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that older adults who took whey protein after exercise built 38% more lean muscle mass compared to those who didn't. Another trial found that seniors drinking whey daily improved strength and walking speed, life-changing results for anyone struggling with mobility. The best part? Whey protein mixes easily into coffee and has little taste when unflavored. Just 1 scoop can give your body the extra push it needs to overcome anabolic resistance and actually build muscle instead of losing it. Whey protein proves a powerful truth. Muscle doesn't fade just because of age, it fades because the body isn't given the right fuel. And while whey flips the switch for growth, the next edition supercharges your cells with energy and inflammation-fighting power, creating a foundation for strength and endurance. Number 2. Chia seeds. Ground. Tiny, tasteless, and often overlooked, chia seeds might be the most underestimated superfood you can stir into your morning coffee. Once ground, these little seeds unleash a powerhouse combination of fiber, omega-3s, and plant-based protein that your body desperately needs after 60. Here's why they matter. Most older adults get less than half the daily fiber and omega-3s their muscles and brain require. That deficiency speeds up muscle loss, piles on belly fat, and even worsens memory decline. But a single spoonful of ground chia in coffee changes the game, fueling muscles, easing digestion, and protecting joints all at once. Take George, 70. He'd battled constipation, creeping belly weight, and constant fatigue for years. His daughter, a nutritionist, suggested grinding chia seeds and adding a teaspoon to his coffee. George scoffed, "Seeds in coffee? That's bird food." But he gave it a try. Within weeks, his digestion improved, his waistline slimmed, and he stopped crashing by midday. The most shocking part? His morning walks suddenly felt easier and his joints didn't ache like they used to. He told his doctor, "It feels like I oiled my engine."
The key is grinding them. Whole chia seeds often pass through the digestive system untouched, but ground chia unlocks their omega-3s and protein so your body can actually use them. Just a teaspoon or two stirred into hot coffee creates a slightly nutty, creamy drink that works like medicine for muscles, joints, and even the brain. Chia seeds prove that sometimes the tiniest ingredients deliver the loudest results. And while chia smooths out energy and strengthens both body and mind, the number one addition on this list is even shocking. A golden spice so powerful, studies show it can boost muscle strength by over 40% in seniors. Number 1. Turmeric with black pepper. Golden, earthy, and often dismissed as just a curry spice, turmeric is one of the most powerful natural medicines you can stir into your morning coffee. For anyone over 60, this isn't about flavor, it's about survival. Turmeric's secret weapon is curcumin, a compound so potent it slashes inflammation, protects arteries, and even rebuilds muscle strength. But here's the catch. Without black pepper, your body absorbs almost none of it. Add a pinch of pepper, and suddenly curcumin's absorption skyrockets by 2,000%, turning a weak spice into a medicinal powerhouse. Why does this matter so much? Because inflammation is the silent thief of strength after 60. It quietly erodes muscle tissue, stiffens joints, and weakens the heart and arteries. Left unchecked, it accelerates everything from frailty to memory decline. But turmeric directly targets this process, shutting down the flames of inflammation before they rob you of your independence. Take Satoshi, 73. Gardening was his passion, but constant knee pain had him relying on painkillers that only gave temporary relief. His daughter suggested half a teaspoon of turmeric with a dash of black pepper in his morning coffee. He wrinkled his nose at the thought, but agreed to try. Turmeric with black pepper proves the ultimate truth of senior health. Aging doesn't mean decline. With the right daily habits, you can stay strong, mobile, and independent well into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. And it all starts with the cup of coffee you're already drinking every morning.